first want to show my shirt here. So we're talking about marketing and the intersection of cybersecurity. Just the little Simply CyberCon shirt that you can also get for yourself on our channel, which is simplycybercon.org. All the info will be on there. So I really just want to get started on this talk to tell you a little bit about the intersection of marketing and cybersecurity from my viewpoint. Again, my name is Kimberly McKnight, and it's a pleasure to meet all of you. I'm also known as Kimberly Can Fix It as my hashtag that is going to be on YouTube and LinkedIn, that type of thing. So going ahead and getting started here. Who am I? As I mentioned, Kimberly, also known as Kimberly Can Fix It. I began my career change from hospitality actually over to cybersecurity in the 2020 year that everyone knows and loves so well. Had a lot of changes for all of us. So that's the time I decided to make a transition. Some of you may know that I have a brother that was already in cybersecurity. I have several, but one that's in cybersecurity specifically. And he kind of gave me a nudge. It was something I was always interested in and really just fell into place during that time. So currently I'm a cybersecurity marketing manager. And my passion is truly to help others succeed in cybersecurity and then also in life. Long before I was in cybersecurity, I was obviously in hospitality, loved helping people, really enjoy that field a lot. So it's where a lot of that comes from. And then I'm also a nonprofit founder. Kind of my passion project was Cybersecurity Central when I first started out and was really diving and digging into everything. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that in the end. But that's a little bit about me as we get started. And, you probably heard a lot, especially recently, more recent since 2020, that marketing, or maybe not marketing, but branding, doing personal branding for yourself and really trying to sell yourself when you're transitioning careers is really important. And I feel even more so in the field of cybersecurity, just because it's something that is highly marketable as a career currently. So that's something that we always want to, you know what? I wonder if I am sharing. Bear with me just a moment here.
Yeah, we can see your Why is Marketing Essential slide.
Thank you for a moment here. Yep, that's the slide that we're on here.
Okay.
Correct.
Good.
And okay.
We all good?
Yep, we are. My
Okay.
apologies. I think I presented the wrong screen here. So
okay.
Here we go.
This is why we love technology.
There we go. I got it.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
So why marketing is essential while we're changing careers. I mean, again, this is going to be from my viewpoint here, but I think when you're transitioning in general, you have a plethora of people that are trying to get into the same space that you may be trying to get into. Although there's a ton of jobs, honestly, within the field of information security and IT, even overall, it can really be a competitive way to try to get in. So with that being said, careers in cyber are highly marketable if you haven't noticed. So there are degree programs and boot camps that you'll see and hear of everywhere. First, just, kind of do your own research is something I'd like to say about that before you jump on things as well. I was notorious for doing that myself in the beginning. And employers can be super selective when it comes to who they pick for open roles. So standing out from the crowd, marketing yourself through your online presence, interactions, and relationship building is really a game changer. So again, something really that I like to point out and say it's going to be important for everybody. Gaining a career in cybersecurity involves promoting or marketing yourself, your expertise, your skills, and your overall value. So where marketing comes in, I mean, I know that since I've been a part of this industry, that many feel marketing is a bad word, especially with the way that some marketers have taken advantage of overselling their products and services in cybersecurity. But I am here to show you another angle of marketing in cyber, and that's called marketing yourself. You may have heard something similar to that, which again, I'll share at the end of this presentation as well as a great resource for you to market yourself in cyber. And then where that road can take you. So again, really, that journey is going to be for everyone a little bit different, but these are some strategies that, again, you may have seen before, but I'll expand on a little bit with you here today. First is going to be building an online presence. And these aren't necessarily in this order. I put them in this order just as I could think of as I was going through the presentation. But again, you could really take these and really work on them. The online presence is going to be the most important, though, first. You've got to start out with having that now in 2023. People are looking for that. So I know you might be saying, I'm not a company. Why do I need to do this? What's the benefit for me in my journey in a career? So trust me, all of these strategies will benefit you in your career transition and helping you find your new tribe of people within that career. So let's dig a little bit deeper. Okay, so these are some of the benefits of marketing yourself. Again, there's endless benefits, but these are just a few that we've selected. Establishing credibility and expertise. It will help you expand your network, which opens up opportunities, which can be professionally, personally. It might be job related, it might not. But in this industry, building those relationships is truly important because you never know when they're going to come back. And those that you've supported may need some support, vice versa. It distinguishes you from the competition. As we talked about, it can be very competitive in this industry to try to stand out and really sell yourself for jobs especially. So, and the relationships, people compete for those same types of people that you may be trying to build relationships with. So again, distinguishing yourself really will help. Building your portfolio of content. So this is one that definitely you will start to build on as you start participating a little bit more, you start connecting and engaging and using your profile that you have online. So it's not something that you do overnight. Again, these are just some benefits that you'll get once you start doing these for a good amount of time. It will provide referrals and endorsements. So LinkedIn has endorsements and referrals, but this also means, if you're going to a job interview and you've met somebody along the way, they work at that company. If they've gotten a chance to know you a little bit, even if it may just be in the morning streams that we have on the Cyber News with Gerald, or wherever you see them, Black Hills Training in the Discord there, those are people that you may be able to reach out and say, hey, I know we connected. I am applying for a job at the company that you're working for. What do you think? Could you give me some type of a referral or endorsement, for working there? So it doesn't always mean that badge on LinkedIn. Don't take it so literal. That way it can really mean for your use, as well in the future. And then it gives you visibility within the cybersecurity community, which again is something that helps you build your brand and market yourself. And help yourself distinguish yourself from the competition. So the first strategy is going to be building an online presence. So what does that really mean? And I have here LinkedIn for the win. Basically, you want to have a professional place to connect with your new network on your new journey. So it's 2023, as I mentioned before. People want to see if you are real, or if you're at least pretending to be real with an online profile. Everyone likes to be able to, if you're getting to know people, especially in this industry, you get a little bit more, you're suspecting, when these connections come through, which you should be. And then really just trying to see it. Look, do they at least have a LinkedIn profile? Can I at least find them, find out something about them and see that they're legitimate? Oh, look, they're going to school for this or that, or they're transitioning over into cyber. So again, just being able to have that kind of landing page for yourself. It really is your own website. It's completely free. So that's something that by far it's the most common place that you'll be doing this interactions and networking, and that will branch off into other places like the Simply Cyber Discord and the live streams and all of that. But again, having that place for other people to find you as well is really important. So let's see. Let's get a show of emotes in the chat. Now, how many of you have a LinkedIn profile? I'll have to pull this up myself so I can see what's happening over here in the chat. Seems like we may have quite a few in here. I know that there's some people in here that I know that definitely have their profile set up. And then maybe, a yes or a no of those of you who have not. I think it's kind of just cool to see. I know one thing that people do is they may use a different name on YouTube than they do on their LinkedIn. So if you have a way to work that into your profile somehow, and maybe when you talk about yourself and you put that in there, it's also something that will pull up in search. It might be a good way for people to kind of link the two together if you have those separate. But again, this is really a valuable platform, and it's something that you will be using to build those relationships. So definitely something that I would start out with. If you don't have anything else, you'll want that LinkedIn. And where am I here at time? Okay, got a few more minutes left. So networking is the second strategy here. Really with this, you want to engage in these communities, especially with, again, the world that we live in. Everything is virtual. So we do want to make sure, for the most part still, that we have the way to make and sustain these powerful relationships. So if you attend, as I spoke before, you build that LinkedIn, you start networking with people, you find those people to follow, see the communities that they're in. You'll be able to reach out, engage with them regularly and connect. You'll get to know each other. Again, wondering, oh, which handle is this? And you'll start to associate who that person is on YouTube versus LinkedIn versus Discord. And you'll start fostering those relationships, which is really key. You want to nourish these relationships, especially the ones that you feel are special. Those are going to be something that you want to put some work into. So that's really where the networking is going to come in. Let's see here. Whoops. And perfect. So the branding, this is something here that I put towards the end. Again, this could really be interchangeable, whether it's the branding, the content creation. This is something that you want to be able to define what your unique value is and incorporate that into your brand. So everyone has something that they like to offer or that they can offer. Maybe it's not something that you offered up before. Maybe you feel you're not the best at it. When I say, something that you can bring to the table, it doesn't mean to be that you are the perfect, person to do that. But if you have the capabilities, offer it up. You'll be surprised how many people need help with a variety of different things. So some of the things, you might feel like, well, I can't really do a lot of different items to help people with their checklist, but I can help them feel welcomed. I can help them feel supported. I know in the Simply Cyber community and Outpost Gray and these Black Hills and Anti-Siphon, really what they do is make people feel welcome and supported. And that in turn goes down to those people who are networking with each other. They do the same thing. And then it really just makes it a wonderful place to be where everybody's supported. You don't have to worry about being made fun of. And again, really a great way for you to be able to set yourself apart when you have a brand going into those places. So, find out what it is that makes you connect with others. For myself, it was marketing. And that's something that I started to take and was offering to people. And I made it a part of my own brand. So on LinkedIn, I wanted to make sure that, I had a cohesive theme that went from the banner to my, to my photo and then the story about myself so people could really understand what was going on and what I felt was important. And that changed over time. So I want everybody to know too, like that's going to be something your brand will change over time as well. Look at companies that change their brands all the time. Some may be pretty steady for a while, but then they do, switch up and do some changes. And it's always nice to be able to do that. So don't think that just because you're sticking with one thing in your brand right now and you want to hone in on, being the person that can be the go-to for marketing, which is what I was trying to really make myself out to be. And I didn't know that in the beginning. I just knew that I wanted to help people and I like to do design and I was good at Canva and that type of thing. But you'll find out what those things are. You may already know what they are. And then look to those people that you want to connect with and see what can you do to help them, especially before asking for anything. That's a really big part of what I feel helped me in my success to be able to get into this industry. Still not on a tech side, but working for a cybersecurity company and really just being able to be surrounded daily by it. You have to define within your brand what you're going to bring to the table in that future that you're going to bring, as well as currently to those people that you're building those relationships with, as we spoke about on the last slide with networking. Okay. I think I've got a couple minutes here. So the last thing is content creation. On this slide, really what we're going to be, there we go. On this slide, really, I just wanted to talk about, it has a YouTube icon on there. It doesn't mean YouTube. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to start a channel, start doing videos and become the next Daily Cyber News brief, person up there that's going to be doing that. Really do what makes you feel good. I wanted to get to a point where I was doing videos and I kind of chickened out on it. I want to build myself back up to doing it, but whatever it might be, a vlog, which is a video blog for those of you who may not be aware, a YouTube channel, creating a Twitch. Tyler, who spoke earlier after the keynote today on track 1, is just truly amazing. He has a great channel to share about his passion of pen testing and such. So, that's really just the different ways that you can do that. Also, as simple as just on your LinkedIn, coming up with stories or finding those stories that you think are important to share, pieces of your life that may not be too personal if you feel you don't want to get too personal. But, just people love to be able to do that. So also volunteer to create content. You'd be surprised how many people need help coming up with ways to develop content. And you can offer that if you feel that's something that's good, something easy for you to be able to do social media and be able to come up and with writing or design, whatever it might be. Maybe it's the tech and support side and helping them on that and coordinating things. There are so many people, streamers, leaders, podcasters, tons more, these connections that you're meeting with every day that may need your help. I even loved helping veterans. That was one of the things that I did. Anybody that I saw that was transitioning or a veteran, and they were looking to build up their profile and they were in the community talking about they needed a banner or help with their, photo, I'd reach out and let them know. So that's kind of how I started small. And then I went a little bigger and I found Jax and Gerald. So different ways that you can build up on that over time. But building your content for yourself, again, for that page that everyone lands on is a really important thing. So, and it will develop over time. So here's, again, really just a highlight of everything we just talked about here for those marketing strategies. And this is where my marketing journey took me personally. Again, this is something that your journey may take you different depending on where you go with it and what your wants are. But the first thing was that I repurposed my LinkedIn. I used it instead of being a former recruiter and using it to find candidates. I completely revamped it and used it to cater to myself and my own needs, which were to be able to get into this industry and market myself. The second thing that I did was I found amazing people to follow. Definitely something that you want to make sure that you do. First person I'd love to include is Stefan Waldvogel. If you don't know him, you definitely should know him. He's been around for a few years already, developing some wonderful content about cybersecurity. Currently had a talk on the job market today on track 2. And definitely connect with him on LinkedIn and Simply Cyber Discord if you're not already. Other people I found through Stefan was Dr. Gerald Ozier, Jack Scott, Josh Mason, and so many more. I can't even begin to tell you, but that's where it all started. I found that person that was my rock in the beginning that I said, yes, vetted him out and said everything he's talking about is completely legit. And that's what I want to do is follow what he's doing and the people that he knows. So that helped me jump off and foster my own journey as well. So let's see here. Again, as I mentioned, I did that for free, not really looking for anything back in return, just to be able to show that I wanted to support those who were supporting me. Again, started to build my brand and helped others with marketing on a personal level. As I mentioned, some of the other influencers that I was working with. And that really put me in close contact with them. I was able to work with them on a regular basis with some of their own needs. And through doing that, that took me to really where I am today. It connected me with my current employer. After a while of supporting those communities, I was able to be with you here today. So I think I have completely run over. I do apologize, but I have some resources at the end as well, which we can share.
Oh, do you? Cool. Go ahead and throw up your resources then, Kimberly. That'd be great. No, it's certainly fine. The information you're sharing with everybody is key, especially when we start thinking about when we're going out and getting that job. What do we need to do? Because we have to be the CEO of our own brand overall. And this is just some awesome information. Of course, connecting with Jax and connecting with you and Jerry and Stefan and everyone else.
Exactly. And this will all be in the deck so we can get this out in the Discords or wherever we'll post them later. So
that works. Cool. There was one question that kind of popped in. We got a minute or so here real quick. And it was about where to store the portfolio.
Oh yeah, for sure. So where to store your portfolio, really what I would do with that is I would start with LinkedIn. You don't want to have everything, all of your eggs in one basket, as some might say. So definitely something that you want to have also replicated in some way, shape, or form on another area. So if you can do something like a medium.com, if you have the funds to do it and want to start your own website, you could build that along the way. So you have that information, you're building it up together. But if you don't have anything and you just want to start out, I'd say LinkedIn's the place to do that. Start building your portfolio there. And then you can also build one online. I'm working on one myself too. So I would highly suggest that.
Very cool. And of course, just like Jerry, we all love the infographics. Gotta love a good infographic.
Yes.
Got a lot of thanks coming in from everybody online. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic.
Thanks for hanging in there with me on my tech issues earlier, but thank you so much. These have been great talks today. It's been so busy and amazing. So really exciting.
Well, thank you again, Kimberly. It was a pleasure having you on here. Good to see you again.
You too, James.
And I'll send you back to the other side of the screen as we get ready for our next presentation.